Hello all. Good day, good day. This is Straight to the Point Tech, and I'm back again with another video. And for today's video, we are going to be talking about lossless scaling. So let's get straight to it. So guys, if I haven't told you what lossless scaling is it is basically, let me turn the brightness up so you guys can see. Lossless scaling basically is an application, a software application that will allow you to get better visual fidelity and frames per second with your games. So let me get straight to it and show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Steam. Now, mind you, right now, lossless scaling only works with Windows 11. Now, it may work with Bazite. Now, Bazite is a custom-made OS, which is similar to Steam OS. Now, I'm not sure if it works exactly with Bazite. I haven't tried it, but I will be doing a video on Bazite and showing you guys the setup, the settings, and how games function and run on that. That is a completely different, custom operating system that was developed and built by, that particular team of individuals. But yes, guys, so I'm going to be showing you guys how, lossless scaling works. So let's get straight into it. So what we're going to do right now is let's open up, let's open up Max Payne 3. So I'm going to open up Max Payne 3. And, because, Rockstar games are like live service games, they take like a minute or two to load up because you can't play the game without actually using a Rockstar application. So, yeah, you gotta like make a whole account. It's like a whole ordeal, but you guys get the picture. But we're gonna try Max Payne, so let's just give it a second to load up. Let's just make sure. All right, so there it is. So Max Payne is loaded up. So we'll give it a second to get to the home screen. All right, guys, so as you can see, Max Payne is now loaded up. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to go back to Steam and I'm going to go to lossless scaling, which is right here. And I'm going to launch lossless scaling. Now, lossless scaling, I believe, is $5. You can buy it in the actual Steam store. So, excuse me, Windows store or Steam store, one of them. I forgot. I'll go back and show you guys exactly where I purchased it at. But what you can do is this. So, basically, before you even decide to enable lossless scaling, there's a few things you have to do. You have to set it up the correct way. So right now I have the scaling mode on auto, which is great. I have, a scaling mode on aspect ratio as well. The scaling type, I have AMD FSR. Now you can toy with the other options. You have like NVIDIA image scaling, integer, nearest neighbor XVR, anime 4K, sharp linear LS1, and bicubic CAS. I'm not sure what that is, but right now AMD FSR is going to be the best option. And I like to keep the, sharpness as far as, right there. So it's not exactly 100% there, but it's about 85, 90%. So keep it there. And then, toggle this optimized version button on. And then, I have the frame generation on LSFG 2.2, the mode X3. I have the toggle button on performance. I have clip cursor on. Then if we scroll down a little bit more, I have HDR support off. I don't really, like to use HDR that much as far as, games go. They don't make a difference, but you guys can turn it on if you want. I have draw FPS. I have capture, draw FPS on. I have capture API on DXGI, GPU and display, prefer GPU auto, output display auto. And then, you have like all the other, options at the bottom, which, you don't really need to mess with behavior or legacy or, you don't even need to mess with VRR support. You can, but guys, lossless scaling works independently. So you don't really need to mess with any of those other options. Just follow, as far as the settings I have and such. Leave AMD FSR on, keep the sharpness, at about 90%. Optimized version, toggle that button on. You know, keep frame generation on LSFG 2.2. Keep it on X3 mode. As far as the mode goes, keep the performance button toggle on, clip cursor on, and as far as everything else goes, capture API, capture application interface rather. Keep it on DXGI, GPU and display, prefer GPU auto, output display auto, and then again, you know, everything else here at the bottom, you can just, you know, leave it alone. All right, so now that I've, you know, went through the settings really quickly with you guys here, how lossless scaling works is, you know, and there's an application which I have to, you know, figure out exactly which one it is, but there is an app where you can actually create a hotkey on your Lenovo Legion Go and it turns on lossless scaling immediately, so you won't have to do this. But for right now, I'm just going to show you real quick. So with lossless scaling, you have to actually activate it, and you've got 5 seconds to get it turned on. So now that all those settings I showed you are, you know, on as they should be, just hit the scale button. You got 5 seconds. Go to max pane. The screen is going to like flicker like for a second, and then boom. You see in the top left corner, guys, lossless scaling is now activated. So I'm not sure if you can see, but you see where it says between 100 frames per second to 144 frames per second. Now it's dropped down to 96. What that is lossless scaling is now enabled. So guys, right now at the moment, I have better visuals right now, and I'm going to get higher in-game frame rates. So if we go to story and we go to continue, right now, guys, is rendering at 91 frames per second. Now, the other number behind the slash, the forward slash, is 144 frames. I died. 144 frames. So basically that's the cap or maximum frames per second that I'm going to get rather. But right now, you know, usually by default, the game renders at 60 frames. But right now I'm getting a higher frame rate. So I'm getting 86, and it'll probably, you know, go up to even 100 or more. And that's particularly because, you know, certain scenes and certain artifacts or elements that are occurring within the game, what's going to happen eventually is frames are going to drop, like especially in a game like Max Payne, because there's so many different things going on in the background. But you know, I'm gonna see, you know, some frame dips, but guys, right now visually it looks much better than it did, you know, before enabling it. I mean, after enabling it, it looks visually better. You know, you guys get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's the whole point of lossless scaling. Lossless scaling basically increases the resolution in the frames per second in your games. Now, there are other applications, third-party ones that are out there. I'm not familiar with too many of them. But again, that's the whole point of lossless scaling, is to give you better frames. Makes your games look definitely more visually appealing. You know, through frames. This guy's gonna give me through frames. I suck right now, but your game's gonna look better visually through frames, and then as far as like, you know, resolution is gonna scale it up a lot better. So yeah, guys, but again, there is an application that you can use that will give you, you know, the ability to create a hotkey, so you won't have to go through like the manual hitting the scale button and then you know, enabling and lossless scaling that way. I gotta find it for y'all. I'll be making a video on that soon. I'm pretty sure, you know, going through some forums on Reddit, I can, you know, dig in and figure out exactly which application it is. But yeah, guys, that's, you know, really that's really all, you know, lossless scaling does. I mean, you know, there's again other applications. You know, there's a stock AMD application as well. I have to do a video on that to show you guys and explain to you exactly what that does. But you know, to me, in my opinion, lossless scaling is the best. So I would definitely stick with lossless scaling for right now. But again, guys, this is Straight to the Point Tech, and I'll be back again with more videos. I appreciate you guys, you know, tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share, and let me know if there are any videos that you would like to see, you know, in the future, or you have any questions, or you want to see any tutorials. I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. Take care.